I have pre-started the climate in the Tesla. We're going to be heading to town and see how the car responds on the road and see how it drives in this crappy storm that's coming through. It's still snowing. It started late last night and it'll continue for a while. We'll be heading to town. Looks like maybe we got 2 inches, maybe a little bit more, not sure. So we'll let this warm for a little bit and we'll get in and head to town. It is now 12:10. The warming is continued for 10 minutes. And you can see up on the back deck, the rear windows defrosting. The half of the front passenger windows defrosting. And the rear is starting to defrost. So this is a good thing. We'll let it cook another 5 minutes and see what it looks like. It is now 12:20. The car has been heating up here for 20 minutes. As you can see, the rear window now is almost totally defrosted. The windshield appears to be somewhat defrosted. The windows in general in the back, and looking good. We're about done with our job inside, and as soon as we get done with that, we're jumping in and heading to town. It's been 28 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and get the snow brush now and brush off the windows, and let's get in this thing, disconnect it, and get to town. By the way, it's 28 degrees. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. You can see the rear defroster, so we'll go ahead and just brush the rest of this snow off here. Fine. Get the majority of it off. Charge port's full. See if we can get some of that off here. As you can see, there's not much underneath. A lot of it's melted off. If you look close, the charge port heater is on, and these windows are completely cleaned off from the preheat. Get rid of some of this stuff. Windshield and the cameras are clear. We'll go ahead and scroll these guys off here. Try to get it out of the windshield wipers. Make them happy when we use them. All right. Looks like the front window's got a slide going. Of course, I rub them right into the windshield wipers. It's okay. I think they're powerful enough to operate, and I think we're good. Get this window here. It's mostly melted. All right. Back window. I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and unplug the charge port now. Here we are. There it is. Just like that. And I hate to do this. Yuck. That's good, Dave. Good thing it's waterproof. Let me throw it up here. That'll be fine. And I think we're ready to go. You ready? Okay, Greg and I are running to town. Charge port, the doors open fine. I'm going to go ahead and put some junk here in the back. Throw the brush here. Take off my gloves. Switch hands. All right.
I think my seat is warm.
Oh yeah. Is your seat warm?
My seat is warm. How can that be?
How about that? Amazing. All right. We'll go to wide mode. Get my wallet out of my pocket. The Tesla seats fit nice and snug. So let me get squared away here and be back. We are ready to roll. 237 miles. And let's turn the windshield wipers on here. No problem. Okay, well, let's head on down the road. We're in, what, 2-3 inches of snow. We're all-wheel drive, so it's no problem. Hey, where'd all the mud go, Greg?
That's right. The mud is under the white and it's hard.
27 degrees on the meter here. And this is a dirt road if anybody asks. Looks like we're the first ones to use it. Heading to town today. Let me get on down the road here a little bit and I'll be back. We're out on the road here now. And it's dirt road, but this white stuff tends to keep it nice and fill in the bumps. So we're just driving down the road here. Just for fun, I'm going to jump on the brakes and let's see what it does. Ready? Here goes. All right, anti-lock brakes are stopping us.
Nice and straight.
Nice and straight. Okay, good. Here we go again. Got a cattle guard here. One of these things cows don't walk over. Looks like somebody's been here before us on the road. It's not like the last time I did it with 11 inches of snow. This is not so bad this time. We're getting out here to the highway. Another cattle guard. Looks like they plowed a little bit, which is good. We'll take it easy here, not in any hurry. Okay, so we're going to try a brake check just for fun. I don't see anybody coming. Here we go. Oh, no problem. I think the most of the, at least right there, the no snow and ice on it, so it was enough to throw all the junk from the back seat on the back floor. So got good braking. So we'll head off to town here and see how it is. Be back in a minute. We're continuing down the highway here, heading to town. The road is still icy, I think. We're trying to keep it around 40 here, and it looks in good shape. All right, we're getting into town, and the road is whiter, probably covered with snow and ice here. Our destination is the store. It's Sunday and there's not a lot open here, but we need to get a few things from the store, which is right here. Looks like everybody else had the same idea today. Park it over here. And just like that, we're here. Just waiting for Greg here, watching day 7 of my road trip in Wyoming. If you haven't seen it, you might like to see it. It's pretty darn cool scenery here traveling around Wyoming. He'll be out of the store here soon. The whole back of the car is full of groceries and we're headed home. It's 26 degrees here and not a lot of folks on the road. Heading back to the ranch. Looks like we're now into some slippery stuff, so we'll watch it here. Continuing down the road here, it's well snowed over, I think, here. And it's a whopping 27. We are at a stop here, and as you can see, it's pretty snowy. We're going to try an experiment here. We're going to floor it. Okay, and see what happens. All right, all the way to the floor on 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Straight as an arrow, and we didn't spin the tires and everything else. How about that for traction control? We are back from our grocery run. I almost parked it in the same spot. Snow and ice everywhere, but that's normal. It's 26 degrees out here. So let's go ahead and get this thing plugged back in. The mobile connector is waterproof. However, when you do plug it back in, you want to make sure that the connection that actually plugs into the car, just put that there, is free of snow and ice, and it's nice and clear now. So we'll go ahead and press the button and we'll plug it in, and I've set the charge, I think, for 80% or something like that. So let's take a look inside and see what type of range we actually got. Oh, let's see what we got here. These mats, by the way, are made by a company called Road Comforts. I love them because they're actually rubber. They're not plastic. They have a well. As you can see, the melted snow just kind of stays here. Works out okay. Anyway, all right, so let's take a look here. We're plugged back in, and get my hand out of the way if I can. And let's do this. That's a little bit better. Anyway, we left at, I think it was like 230 something, and now we're back at 187. We actually went from where we are to downtown. It was, I think, 9 or so miles. And then we did that twice because we went down and we forgot the darn chicken. So we turned around and then went back, and we're here now. The car had no trouble. I warmed it up for 30 minutes. All of the systems warmed up. Seats were warm. Interior was warm. The ice had almost melted off of all of the windows. And it worked out okay. It's 25 degrees now, as you can see. So what did we learn from this little excursion? We learned that even though it sat outside all night, it snowed on last night, probably 2.5 inches, maybe a little bit more. 30 minutes of pre-warming. The car was ready to drive when I got here. I brushed off some of the snow and ice. We got in it and went to the store twice, but we went to the store, and now we're back. And I just plugged it in again. And as you can see from the charge screen here, it's charging. It's 12 amps, and it's 1 mile, 2-3 miles per hour. Mainly because I'm in it and it's still trying to warm up the car. It's stealing some of the charge power. But we'll get back up to the 85% or whatever I set it to. So it's not a problem. So if you lived in cold weather like this here in Wyoming, owning a Tesla is really no big deal. Of course, it'd be better if you could plug it in the garage, but as you can see, you don't have to plug it into the garage. You can leave it outside. Other than brushing the snow off and everything, it's easy to get it going. You can also drive it well in the snow at all-wheel drive, and I was able to drive it no trouble. Of course, in slick spots, you just got to be careful, but other than that, it drives like any other car. But it does have some very awesome traction control. As you saw on that snow, I punched it, and what did it do? Nothing. It just drove forward. The traction control didn't let the wheels spin and put me out of control. I was able to easily drive it even though the accelerator was on the floor. I appreciate you watching. I hope this is some education in driving a Tesla in the snow and ice and keeping it outside, and also charging it at 120 volts AC. It's pretty easy. One thing to take away from this is Tesla is not a hangar queen. What that means is it's not the type of vehicle that you can baby. Yeah, it's fully electric and it runs on batteries, but other than the fact that it's all electric, it drives and handles like any other car, but probably better with its traction control. And before I go, I've got another couple days out in the field up here in Wyoming, and it'll take us a couple days to do. When I get back here to Greg's place, I've got a few days here, and I'm off to Kyle Connor's down in Fort Collins, Colorado. And when I get there, we will be racing my Mach-E and this Tesla Model Y all the way to North Carolina. Not sure exactly how we're going to do that. However, we are going to be doing that on the 24th. So it should make for some interesting video. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. Click subscribe if you want to see videos coming forward, and the bell icon will alert you when a new video posts. Of course, if you'd like to buy yourself a Tesla, the referral link shown here at the bottom of the screen gives you 1,000 miles or 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging, and that code is good worldwide. Thank you for watching. I'll look for you on the next one, and take care.